皆さんこんにちは。今回は先日行われたニックボール vs TJ ドヘニーの記者会見の様子を翻訳しました。司会を務めるのはフランク・ウォーレン氏が率いるクイーンズベリープロモーションズのメディア部門の責任者で、選手への数々のインタビューで知られるデブサニ氏です。それではどうぞお楽しみください。
Let's talk about this man here, Nick Ball, second defence of his WBA World Featherweight Championship against this man, a former world champion who wants to become a two-weight world champion. I'd like to get an opening comment actually from Nick. Great to have you back out. Great to have another Nick Ball fight night as the Glory Knights are returning to Liverpool. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, that's it, Dev. Good to be back. But first off, sorry I was late for everyone waiting. But yeah, the main part, good to be back fighting in Liverpool, yeah, where boxing should be, and yeah, it's an exciting time, so made up to be headlining again in my home city.
And you were that boy in the crowd once upon a time, watching all these big shows with fellas like the Smiths here and thinking that'll be me one day and that.
ポール兄弟とは、リバプール出身の4兄弟ボクサー、ポール・スミス、スティーブン・スミス、リアム・スミス、カラム・スミスのことです。ポール・スミスは元イギリススーパーミドル級王者、スティーブン・スミスはスーパーフェザー級でイギリスタイトル及び地域タイトルを獲得。リアム・スミスは元 WBO 世界スーパーウェルター級王者。そしてカラム・スミスは元 WBA スーパーミドル級王者という輝かしい戦績を誇る兄弟です。
Now you're living your dream.
Yeah, that's it. It's only when you look back and think back to them times, you know, you see how far you've come. So just shows you what hard work can do and just keep doing that.
Let's bring in TJ Doheny. TJ, a kind of opening comment from you, an opportunity to become two-time world champion.
Yeah, it's huge. Very grateful for the opportunity, especially coming straight in out of a championship fight, straight back into championship level again. And I think the move up in weight's going to be a godsend to me as well, because it's no secret that I was killing myself getting down to 122, and I'm going to be a big, strong featherweight on the night. And I know it feels good to be back here in Liverpool. Geez, the last time I was here was 21 years ago in a Four Nations tournament. Stephen Smith was on the same show, long time ago now. But yeah, great to be in a real fighting city again. Kind of reminds me of Belfast. This city really got.
ベルファストは北アイルランドに位置する都市で、ボクシングが盛んな地域として知られています。スーパーバンタム級とフェザー級の2階級を制したカール・フランプトン。WBSS でノニト・ドネアと対戦した元バンタム級王者ライアン・バーネット。ロンドンオリンピック銅メダリストで元フェザー級暫定王者のマイケル・コンラン。そして現在 IBO 及び IBF スーパーフェザー級の王座を保持するアンソニー・カカセなど、多くの名ボクサーを輩出してきた歴史があります。TJ ドヘニーはアイルランド出身であるためベルファストに馴染みがあり、さらに自身がベルファストでマイケル・コンランと対戦した経験もあります。この経験から、この街のボクシング熱や観衆の熱気が強く印象に残り、リバプールの雰囲気にベルファストを思い起こさせるものを感じたのでしょう。
Behind the fighters and you know, come fight night, I'll be thriving off the crowd, even though it'll be hostile against me. That's what I feed off.
You're very much a man of the world as well. Australia, Tokyo, well, somewhere in Japan you won your world title as well. You got no issue coming to Liverpool to pick up your second world title, have you?
Nah, it's no skin off my nose now at this stage. My whole career, I won my world title on the road. I lost in a split decision to Danny Roman in his back garden in Inglewood, California. In New York, Boston, Jesus, Tokyo, so many cities around the world. And it's nice to finally get to the UK and add Liverpool to my resume.
And what do you think of Nick Ball?
Yeah, he's a solid fighter, you know. He's good all round, and he does bring a lot of good pressure to fights and tries to break fighters down. But I think with me, it's going to be he's dealing with a lot more crafty fighter than he's ever been in with, and it's going to take him a while to try and figure me out.
Do you agree with that, Nick? Is this a crafty fighter, the craftiest you've faced in your career?
I don't really know, you know, until I get in there. Honest answer, but yeah, just figure it out on the night, and that's why I'm world champion, because that's what you've got to do on the night with any opponent. Figure it out. So I'll be doing that on the night and doing whatever it takes to get the job done.
TJ Doheny, last fought Naoya Inoue. You were asked about that fight, Nick, and you said, I think the other lad quit. You're talking about TJ Doheny here. He hit him with a body shot and he was complaining about his back. His back may have been sore, but you just carry on. I think he quit. Do you stand by that, or do you regret those comments?
No, I don't regret them, defo. To be honest, I didn't even watch the fight, but I seen that little clip and he got it with the body shot and said something about his back. But obviously, only he knows, doesn't he? At the end of the day, only he knows. But that's just my opinion. I got asked the question, so I answered it.
Yeah, so it was an uneducated answer then, because you should have watched the end of the 6th round, is when the injury occurred. I sat down on the stool, and then my instruction was to go back out, bite down and get some respect back. And when I went out to bite down, my back I just couldn't generate any power in my right leg. So it was either wave it off or just be up on the ropes and get pummeled till the referee stopped this. So
yeah, do that then, innit?
Yeah, I guarantee you won't be doing it anyway. I can guarantee you that.
Didn't carry on fighting, no, did you?
So you can say what you want anyway.
No, just have. It doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter what you're doing.
You're talking about a fella quitting, right? If you're talking about a fella quitting, right? Now you're defending your world title against this guy that you thought quit at a lower weight class. What does that say about you?
I'm not speaking about you quitting. He said it, not me. I don't care what you're doing. I got asked a question and answered it. Yeah, doesn't matter to me though. You're fighting me now.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a fucking war.
Yeah, so make sure your back's good, innit?
Yeah, don't worry. You don't worry about my back. You worry about being fucking sparked out like a starfish on the canvas in front of your home crowd.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck is right. All you do is fucking lunge in and fucking get over eager. I'll be throwing grenades.
You just said I was a good fighter. You just said I brought loads to the table or something, didn't you? For what one of it?
Bring what to the table?
You just said I'm a good fighter.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say and dog you over.
So either a good fighter or a lunge in. What one is it?
You know all about it on fucking March 15th when you're walking into these fucking shots.
Sound. Eat them.
Yeah, you'll be eating them, alright, on your back.
TJ, your nickname is Power.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a few shots, probably took a few more than he'd have liked against Ronnie Rios. I think you admit that, Nick.
Yeah.
Can he take the power of TJ Doheny? You're a big hitter.
Like I said already, I think these extra 4 pounds is going to be a godsend to me. And even though I'm moving up in class, I'll probably be the bigger, stronger guy in the night. And he gets kind of reckless and over-eager, and I can just see him walking onto a couple of bombs.
Let me ask you this, TJ, because obviously Nick's been asked about your performance with Inoue. He said what he said, right? How would he do against Inoue, in your opinion? Let's take this fight aside, if he was in there with him.
It's hard to know stylistically, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even know what way the fight was going to unfold myself, and I found myself boxing in there for a lot of the rounds. And then, you know, we were going to try and sit down and bite down in the second half. But honestly, like, my back did go on. I've seen loads of people saying that I quit, and it's fucking driving me crazy, because you say that to my missus who had to put my socks and shoes on for a week. My little boy there, Theo, couldn't kick a ball in the park with him for a month. Waving. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It took ages for that spasm to release up, and it was just annoying me so much. It was pissing me off just the way everybody was saying it. But again, if you go off just a clip, it does look like I just fucking bottled it. Like, but if you look at the events from the end of the 6th up until that, you can kind of tell that there was an injury there.
Point to prove in this fight, it sounds like.
Oh yeah, point to prove, and you're going to fucking see there's no quitting me, dickhead. I can guarantee you that.
What are you making of this, Nick? It's you know, I've done a number of your press conferences. It's very rare that someone will be coming at you, calling you the names that he's called you, clearly aggrieved with what you've said.
I'm starting to think he did quit now after he spoke about it that much. That was then, this is now, innit? So I don't know why we're still speaking about it. It doesn't matter if he did or he didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a new fight,
I don't even
why are you still speaking about it then?
I don't even know why it's brought up here.
You went off on one, started speaking about it, so just shut up about it. If your back's sound now, shut up about it, innit?
Alright, okay, Dad.
Nick, let me ask you this. You stand up in between rounds, you're in the corner, you never sit down. You've told me before that when you look across, sometimes you can see an opponent's heart break. Do you expect to see that on March 15th with TJ Doheny? And if so, how quickly?
Yeah, I don't really know how quickly, but just the same again from me, yeah. And it's going to even be worse, the way he's talking like that, saying he's going to do this, going to do that. It's only just going to be worse for him, so, yeah.
Don't worry, you'll be having second thoughts.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all.
This a good start for you, Nick?
Yeah. He said he's not going to run away and he's going to be there. So, yeah, he's going to be there and he to punch.
Tailor-made for me. Tailor-made for me.
So why is that, TJ?
I thought, because I think one thing when I have to go looking for somebody, I do struggle. And as you can see in some of my previous fights, but Nick's going to be there all night and I'm going to be there as well. So it is going to make for a great fight. I'm not trying to talk him down or anything. It is going to be a fucking war. And like I said, let's see who the quitter is. Because it definitely won't be me.
Nick, let me ask you this. You did that interview with Seconds Out and you hinted that you are looking to do a better job than Inoue. That would mean stopping him within 6 rounds. Is that very much on your mind here?
Not really. I'm not looking to do a better job than him, but obviously if that does happen, it'd be nice because he's the name that everyone's speaking about. He's the name that my name's getting put about with. They're speaking about us fighting, so yeah, it would be decent, but that's not on the front of my mind. Now, the front of my mind's getting the job done and, going to the gym in a minute.
TJ, you mentioned something on your Instagram post about, actually this was the tweet that you sent, about him selling his belt to the highest bidder. What was that about?
But he was calling out Inoue, a smaller guy from a different weight class, and it just seemed to me like he was trying to sell his belt to the highest bidder. So that's why I said that, I remember when I became world champion, the first thing I was screaming for was everyone in the division to try and unify.
So you don't think I'd want to fight them?
I came up short. Well, obviously not if you're calling out a
smaller guy. Of course I do, obviously, of course I do.
Looking for the payday.
I've said that in interviews, I'm not. I got asked the question, would I fight him, and I said yeah.
You should be chasing the champions in your division, you weren't doing that.
Before we get a face-off, a little head-to-head where we will need a bit of security, Nick, what's your final message to TJ Doheny?
Nothing to him, just thanks for everyone who's behind me, supporting me in my career and who's helped me to get to this point. And yeah, I appreciate it all, it means a lot to me.
And TJ, what would you like to say to Nick?
Yeah, I haven't really got much to say, but you just be ready March 15th, son. Find out who's going to be a quitter.